This home looks perfect, right? The paint is fresh, the furniture is beautiful, but what is it hiding? The most expensive mistakes in home buying are the ones that you can't see at first glance, and definitely not on the computer. So in this video, we're going to teach you how to be a home detective. So we're breaking down the two most critical aspects of your home search beyond the price: the physical condition of the property itself and the neighborhood it's in. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what to look for and what questions to ask to find a home that's not just beautiful, but also a smart, solid investment. The first part of this is we're going to talk about the physical property. We're going to read the bones of the house and do a full exterior and interior check. First thing to look for is the roof. As you're walking up to the property, look up. How old does the roof look? A new roof can cost $15,000, $20,000. So there's tricks to know how old that roof looks, and you can learn from people educated in the field or your agent if you don't know what to look for there. Number two is foundation and siding. So I want you to walk the perimeter of the home. Look for major cracks in the foundation. They could be horizontal or vertical at the base where the house is touching the soil. Also check the siding. Is it stucco or is it wood siding? If it's wood siding, is there rot, warping, or damage that you can see around the windows? Those are all important data points to know how well the home was maintained and if there's other issues. Point number three is the drainage. Does the ground slope away from the house? Because poor drainage can lead to a wet crawl space, therefore leading to foundation damage in the future. So this is really important. You also want to look at the condition of the gutters and the downspouts. Are the downspouts being routed away from the foundation and significantly away by 3 or 4 feet? That's a big thing to check. Now let's go inside and take a look at the interior systems. Of course, enjoy the layout and the floor plan, but if we're doing a look at whether this is a solid investment or not, we want to check out critical areas of the home systems. So point number 4 is going to be the HVAC, meaning the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Now, obviously you can't see the ducting for the property, but you can find the furnace and the AC unit. There's usually a sticker with the installation or manufacturing date on the furnace, and if it's over 15 or 20 years old, it's living on borrowed time. So you need to know that and listen to it run if you can. Also, check out any seller provided inspections for more details if you have concerns on this item. Point number 5 is going to be the plumbing. Now, we're not just talking about leaky faucets. Let's check under the sinks for signs of water damage. Look for the water heater. How old is it? Are there signs of leakage? Now, a water heater's average life is 8 to 12 years. So if it's older than that, be aware that's going to be an expense coming up soon. Flush the toilets, turn on the sinks, check for water pressure and discolored or stinky water. These are also insights that are important to know. Now, point number 6 is electrical. Find that electrical panel if you can. Maybe when you did the exterior walkthrough, you found the main. Typically, the sub panel is going to be in the house or in the garage. So does it look ancient with really old fuses? Does it have modern breakers? Or is it, an outdated system? Outdated systems can be a fire hazard and they may not support modern appliances or electronics. It's good to know. If you can even figure out if it's a 100 amp panel or a 200 amp panel, that's also great insight. In San Jose area, a 100 amp panel is going to be an original sized panel. So that will be another clue as to potentially how old the electrical system is. Point number 7, look at those windows. Do you have dual pane windows or not? Old, inefficient windows can lead to huge energy bills. So it's important to know if you've got old windows or not. If it is dual pane windows, do you see condensation between the panes? This is a common failure for dual pane windows that definitely breaks down their efficiency. Now remember, you're not a professional inspector, but your job during a visit to a property is to spot potential red flags that will help you decide if you want to move forward on this home. The single most important thing that you can do is hire a certified home inspector. They are your expert and will give you a detailed report to help you make your final decision or to negotiate repairs. Now, in San Jose area, many sellers provide that. Discuss with your agent whether that's thorough report or not, or whether you need to hire your own. Always a good idea to hire your own to walk through and see what they're actually talking about though. Now, part number 2 is going to be that neighborhood. You are buying a lifestyle, not just a house. So this section is really going to help you investigate the community to ensure it's a right fit for you. So point number 8 in our 10-point inspection is to do the 24/7 test drive. That means that you want to look at the neighborhood and the traffic during different times of day. Never judge a property or a neighborhood by one visit. Weekday mornings, how's the traffic? Do the commute. Saturday afternoon, are people outside? Do you get a sense of the community? And then visit at night. This is really important. Does it feel safe? What do you see going on? Is it well lit? These are all valuable data points to understanding a property and its long-term desirability for you. Also, listen and look. Stand during these visits outside the house. Just listen or walk the street. Maybe just take a stroll around the neighborhood. Do you hear nearby traffic, a barking dog, a train, an airplane? Look at the condition of the neighboring homes. Is there pride of ownership? That would be a great sign of a stable, well-kept area. Okay, so I'm out walking the neighborhood, and this is something I definitely recommend you do. Listen, observe, check out the cars on the street. What do you hear? What do you see? I hear an airplane right now. In front of me, there's some landscapers. There's some cars on the street, but it's not too bad. This looks like a very well maintained. Properties are well loved. People have some hobbies, but parking is tidy. When we talked about doing a weekday morning, we want to do a commute test. So don't just map it on Google, drive it. Actually test drive your commute to work during rush hour, because Google might get it wrong. I actually was just driving today somewhere I wasn't used to, and Google overestimated it by 10 minutes. It's not hugely significant, but it was nice that it actually flowed faster than it said. So it's important to actually drive it, because it could be the opposite and be worse than it actually says. A 20-minute drive during normal day could take an hour in commute time, so you need to know that. Now, point number 9 is doing your digital due diligence. Of course, here there's things like schools, safety, and amenities and lifestyle. So for schools, even if you don't have kids, the quality of the local school district directly impacts property values and desirability in a slower market. So look up school ratings on greatschools.org and get a sense of what's going on in the neighborhood for schools. Second is safety. Check online resources for neighborhood crime statistics. Crime Grade is one of the sites that gives you a color-coded map by area that can be very informative. Also, let's check out our amenities and lifestyle. Use Google Maps to measure the distance to your must-haves, such as a grocery store, coffee shop, gym, or park. Is this a walkable neighborhood, or will you be in your car for everything? How do you feel about the distance to different things, and how long will it take to run to the grocery store for a quick forgotten ingredient? All these are valuable information pieces to know about the neighborhood. And one last pro tip, check the city's planning or zoning development website, because there might be a new apartment complex coming in or a shopping mall planned on the empty lot down the street. It's better to know now than to be surprised by those things. And point number 10 is really important, and I see very few buyers do it, but I think it's important to really understand and fit in the community. And that is to talk to the locals, talk to the neighbors. The best intel comes right from the source. So if you see someone out walking their dog when you're doing that neighborhood walk, ask them. Say hello, ask them what they love about the neighborhood, or more importantly, what they wish they could change about the neighborhood. You'll be amazed at what you find out. And, there often could be neighbors who are sitting on their porch or doing gardening. They're great people to ask as well. Get a few opinions here so that you can get a survey of what neighbors think. All right, so to recap, when you're looking for a house, look past the beautiful staging and the fresh paint and check out those big ticket items like the roof, the foundation, the age of major systems in the house, and for the neighborhood, do your homework. Visit at different times, research online, and talk to the locals, because buying a home is a huge decision, but it doesn't have to be scary. By doing this research, you're not just buying a property, you're making an informed investment in your future. So your real estate agent and your home inspector are your expert guides in this process, so lean on them. Make sure your agent has great experience looking at systems and identifying things to be aware of, like foundation and roof items, which most people don't know how to look for. I love working with my viewers, and I encourage you to reach out to me at the number on the screen to learn more about how I can help you and what a typical home visit looks like when you're working with me. What's the number one thing that you worry about when you're looking at a new home? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more home buying tips. Watch the next video for researching neighborhood safety. I have it linked up above.